Yes. I am now.
Hey guys, what's going on? XCaliber here, and we are in Empyrion, and I am here with a very special guest, Vermillion. What's going on, man?
Not much. Just preparing for the update.
For the update, which update is that? There's an update?
What a small one today. Hopefully, putting those new POIs and a couple new guns.
Nice. So wait, you're talking about vanilla, or you're talking about Reforged?
Reforged.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. You said today, so. Hope everybody's doing. What's that?
Not Eden.
Not Eden. Galaxy.
Yeah, just Galaxy. It should be Eden like a few days.
Nice. What's going on, Lycan, Darkest, Garaman, Kifid? Again, I am here with Vermillion, a very gifted builder, as well as the creator of Reforged Galaxy and co-creator of Reforged Eden. Yeah, so basically, I just kind of want to catch up, talk about 1.5, obviously, some plans you talked about with 1.6, and just really, I guess, even like just Empyrion in general. It'd be nice to get a little bit of a background story of you and whatnot. So yeah. I guess let's start out like when did you start playing Empyrion? Let's go that route.
Oh, I don't know. I think it was 2018.
2018. Okay. So what was that, like Alpha 6, 7?
7, I think.
Okay. Right on. So what'd you do? You started in survival. You started in creative.
I started in survival with, I think it was one of your builds actually, or a few of your builds.
Seriously?
Did you make the drill pup?
I did. Yeah, that was my first miner.
Yeah, I hated it. It was horrible.
Wait, which one? The mutt or the little tiny one?
I don't remember. It was long, and that was why it was so bad, because it wouldn't fit into the holes it drilled.
So it was. I think it was that little. It wasn't the bi-directional one, right? Like it was the little tiny one.
I don't remember. That was years ago.
Yeah. It's funny, man. Like I was putting shit out like every week, and I was just throwing shit together at that time. Like, and I just was like, "Oh, this is the greatest thing ever. Let me put it out." And just yeah, I wasn't playing survival at that time really, so I was just throwing shit out there, thinking that it would stick. And yeah, no, I learned that lesson. You definitely got to test builds and really engineer them more than design them. So when did you start, deciding you were going to make better stuff than what you were finding on the workshop?
Around Alpha, well, I say better stuff, but it probably wasn't at that time. Back Alpha 10, that was before we had the big config release, so all we could do is change stuff.
Right.
I believe that my stuff back, well, the Reforged Galaxy back then was considered soul-crushing.
How so?
Everything was realistic. Realistic volumes, realistic weights, realistic thrust, realistic crafting components. You're talking 120 steel plates per block.
Wow. So, hold on. So, Reforged Galaxy, first started in Alpha 7?
10.
Oh, in Alpha 10. Okay, in Alpha 10. Okay, so between Alpha 7 Alpha 10, you were building, or you were just using stuff from the workshop, or like pre-scenario?
I was building, and then I moved on to POIs, and then I joined the build team.
Okay. I got you. Wow. So, yeah, no, big steps. I mean, right? You go to POIs. I've never done a POI. I've never really had an interest in doing a POI. And then, the build team thing was, well, you know my story. I don't need to go into it. But, you definitely put in heavy work on all fronts, right? Like, you've done a lot of behind the scenes CA stuff and build team stuff. Obviously, a lot of the prefabs are yours, and otherwise, touched by you in some way. A lot of the, internal content, POIs and stuff. Do you have a life outside Empyrion?
No.
No? Okay, yeah, I figured not, yeah. I don't know how you do it, man. I mean, yeah, I don't know how you put your head down and do all that work every day. Like that's a lot, man. I mean, what's your I mean, is it obviously there's a passion there, but I mean, is there a end goal? Is there a progression goal, or is it just you really enjoy making content for this game?
I've just got nothing better to do.
You're just gonna what now?
I've just got nothing better to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but come on, man. There's gotta be. I don't know, but maybe it's just that simple. I guess that makes sense. I mean, I can't justify why I get on the computer every day and game. Like, I can't, because I play games that wipe every month, and I lose everything I've worked for, and so I guess you can't always justify that. It's what you're doing is outside of that. What you're doing is actually bringing a lot of people together and having a good time. So I guess it's a lot of satisfaction in that. Whatever your vision is for the scenario for the mod. What are we calling it? We're calling it that's a point of contention too, right? Like, oh, it's not a mod. Oh, it's a you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what we're calling it, but
Well, it started off as a config mod, and now it's a scenario thanks to Vermillion.
yeah. Okay, so what happened there? What progressed that? You and Ravian getting together?
Because we both make awesome stuff.
Right.
That's better than aliens.
Okay. So you guys just decided, hey, you know what, we're doing, because you look at Project Eden by itself, especially in the beginning, it was very map and planet and atmospheric environment heavy, right? And your scenario was more config, altering the actual state of the game, fixing a lot of issues that are still present in vanilla. So it only makes sense for you to instead try to divide your time between doing that and trying to tackle a lot of the environmental stuff. Why not, bring in somebody who's doing amazing in that as well? I mean, it's a great marriage of the two contents, right? Obviously, everybody's playing it. I mean, well, not everybody, but I think a large community of people are definitely getting a lot more playtime out of Reforged Eden than they ever would out of vanilla.
Well, you reach a point of gameplay where you just want to be punched in the nuts.
Yeah, no, it honestly, and honestly, I mean, you got me to play the game again, because I think me and Jay were doing a vanilla let's play in a closed server, and we were like rebuilding the Hecate or something so that we can use it, and I was scratching my eyeballs. I was like, man, this is like, I'm struggling here, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to find things to do to justify having this CV in the game, and I really can't. I can't imagine what I'm gonna do with this carrier, even if it was a small carrier, like, what are we doing? We have to go look for trouble. It doesn't find us. But I feel like in Reforged Eden, you're being found. You're not going to get into trouble. Like, you're gonna meet trouble in almost all avenues, and with 1.5, it's definitely gonna literally come to your doorstep. That doorstep being space, no matter really what you're in, right? I mean, that's one of the big things with 1.5 is the CV base attacks, the orbital space attacks.
Yes, but that only happens in orbits. It won't occur in asteroid fields or near the sun.
Okay, so it doesn't happen at the sun.
Just above planets.
Just above planets. Okay. So is there? Well, I don't want to even talk about that because I don't want to give people limited exploits or whatever. I want you guys to enjoy that because I think that's an intense thing. I think that's for me it makes you think and plan a little bit, right? So if you're gonna go dock at the Anvil hub, or you got to choose wisely where you're going to be staying. If you're gonna have defenses up. What you're going to be doing, not just logging off wherever in space. I mean, obviously suns and I have an issue with that, the whole being safe at the suns thing. Like I don't like that, but I don't think that's avoidable, right? From a config standpoint.
Well, no, because I could set the space attacks to occur there as well.
Oh. Well, I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. I think that a lot of times when I see changes that you make, it's like they're usually in sync with what I would like. So I mean, I'm not gonna say we're of the same mind, but there's a lot of situations where I'm like, yeah, I like that. Like, you don't want to feel anytime you feel safe in a conflict heavy game, be it PvE, PvP, whatever. Whenever you have an area that you can be safe, people are always going to be safe. They're going to leave all their stuff in safety. They're not going to risk things outside of that safety. And I feel like when you're being when you're being forced to protect your stuff, that's when the game gets more intense and more enjoyable. For maybe not for everybody, but for me, it's fun. It's because there's you know what I mean. You really have to think about it, and it just adds a whole nother aspect of gameplay.
Yeah.
So let me look at the chat here. I don't want to ignore the chat either. What's up, Willow Gray, Iron Wolf? Annie's been looking forward to this for a while. Annie is a big supporter of Reforged, definitely. He's happy that you don't have a life outside of Empyrion. The end goal for Vermillion is everyone to swear wherever his name is spoken. Yeah, I can see that.
Well, that happens already because they make all the POIs.
Yeah.
And I make them hard.
Yeah. So okay, so name some POIs that I would know that you've made.
The Rados POIs on the snow planets, all of them.
Okay, yeah. Done that. Definitely. Those are intense. Definitely. A lot of fun too. I gotta say, like in Reforged, there hasn't been too many times where I wasn't enjoying myself. I think the assembly yard famously was the only one that really is annoying to me, and it's annoying because of some of those gravitational weird pocket things I don't like. I really dislike it. And I think they were fixed, right? Somewhat fixed by.
There's nothing actually there.
No.
There's nothing that can affect your jetpack on planets. Nothing
so what's
at
going
all.
on then? There's something. No,
Nothing.
there's something. There's literally something. You can't tell. Because even Fractalite said he fixed it. He said there was something. He did something to conflict with something else. Like
he put some platforms so you can actually go from the ground to the top.
No. I'm saying like I don't know what he did. He put something. If it's I don't remember what he said, but he changed it to where, because there's that little part right before you jump up on that platform that you lose like serious. You can't jump. You could barely jump all of a sudden, and it doesn't really happen anywhere else in the POI but that one spot. And that happens to be when you're always running from all the horrors and shit. It's freaking annoying. He took the... Dude, I know I'm not crazy. I know it's there. I don't want to hear it. It's fine. It's fine. Imagine how scary it would be to have enemy ship wars after you. That's no, exactly. And I think that's cool, man. I think that you know, if you're going out into a let's say you're leaving your starter planet and you're venturing out and you want to find somewhere else to call home. I feel like, you know, if you want to call a system home, you should have to move through it and scan and discover things and find out, you know, you have to tackle that system in order to be able to call it home. I don't think you should be able to just plop there and be a certain distance away from a predestined, you know, rotation of enemy ships. I think you should have to deal with it. You know, and there's definitely solar systems and planets that aren't as heavy enemy as other ones, so you know, I mean, I think you could pick and choose, right? But if there's one that has high-end stuff that you like, certain planet that you like, yeah, you should have to fight for it. You should have to claim it. So I like that. I think that's cool. I think that's going to make people move a little bit slower. Well, or it's just going to make people all live in the sun. I don't know, but you can't build in the sun, so, or no, you could build in the sun. You can't factory spawn in the sun, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't go to the sun.
Yeah, well, there you go. But no, yeah, you can't spawn things at the sun. So that's you know, and that doesn't stop people. I mean, they could still build like a, you know, an easy solar or whatever, and then just kind of park things, because you don't really need a base or anything, especially if you got good CVs and stuff. You just throw some furnaces on some solar panels and call it a day.
Maybe I will have to set up base attacks there.
Yeah. Oh. I'm for it, but that's just me. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, listen, there's people play the game many different ways, and you know, I wouldn't want to take that away from that specific type of gameplay. But you know, at the end of the day, it's Reforged is yours. I mean, it's what you want to do, you know. And you know, vanilla can still facilitate that level of gameplay as well. So don't give him ideas. I know, I'm gonna give him ideas all day. It is what it is. I mean, he was good enough to remove shower curtains, and you know, I got to do something, right? I got to give him some idea.
Who removed shower curtains?
What? You didn't?
Who removed?
I asked you to. You didn't do that?
Not yet.
You didn't get that message? Oh.
No.
Oh. Well.
One day.
Yeah, come on. Let's just delete. Just press the delete button. Easy.
Unfortunately, that takes out the shower as well.
That's fine. Well, there's 2 showers. The glass one's great. I just need that other one gone. Removal of the shutter, absolutely. And then I think you applied it to the ramps as well, too, so thanks for that, man.
Smaller ramps. The horrible, screaming door.
Yeah.
They got their nice...
Yeah, exactly. No, and it's awful, man, because, you know, we use ramps, obviously, in many different ways as builders, right? Like, we use them as 45-degree hangar doors or 22, whatever. You know, we use them for different things. So when you got, like, 8 of them going off at once, it's ridiculously annoying. So that's a big deal. That's a major deal right there. Fix motor. Shut up. Stop it. Stop it! There's no motorbikes. See, and that's the thing. You know, he didn't remove motorbikes, but he actually gave another option, which is what I've been screaming for, is, you know, get new players to build a bike themselves, you know, get them to spawn in a bike that can be taken apart with, you know, tangible blocks, and you know, they can actually figure out how to play the game. You know, I mean, I recently did a Let's Play with my daughter, and it was a lot of the same stuff. She's like, what do you mean? Like, I want to do this, I want to do that. Well, this doesn't make sense. What do you do this? You know? So, you know, it's a lot of fixing of those things, and I think Reforged definitely does a really good job of bringing people into the early game. the first time I did the first Let's Play we did when I was going headfirst into that Xerax POI, and there was like 3 Xerax, like ground troops. You don't normally worry about ground troops in vanilla, right? Like you don't think of it as like an encounter. These guys were flanking me. These guys were like doing all kinds of crazy shit, and I was literally having to use tactics. I'm having to use terrain to my advantage. And I had the Beretta, the stupid Beretta in vanilla, and I'm shooting this thing. I'm like, oh my god, this thing actually does something in Reforged. And I was able to take him out after, I think I died once or something, but I was able to take him out with the Beretta, and I was just, from then on, I was like, oh shit, this is awesome. Like, this is a different thing. So I was extremely happy about that. Like, the weapons, the the RPG elements of Reforged and even Project Eden as well is what makes this game have a lot more longevity now with this scenario. It's that you now have things to go for. A lot of games now, it's about armor, it's about from RPG to FPS, it's about gearing up and progressing your abilities in the game, not only with levels and crafting, but also now with armor and DPS and all these other things. We have tier 2 weapons on ships, and it's just, yeah, dude, like, that's really cool. And I guess you're doing a lot more in 1.6, right?
1.6, not a lot.
No, then I mean, you're talking about classes, right?
Well, yes, the classing. That's because everyone keeps suggesting it. Like, well, I could do that.
Right.
It's fine. I can put that in. That'd be cool. Put in some hidden secret ones.
But like, what would that entail when we talk about classes? How does that really? What's the bottom line of that as a character? What's the difference?
What do you mean?
Well, okay, so just to explain it for people that don't understand, like, what classes are, like, what do you mean by classes?
Your typical FPS or RPG class, you've got your soldier that uses your average, ordinary guns. You've got your agent, uses pistols, submachine guns, laser pistols, small guns.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, marksman that uses sniper rifles, laser rifles, long-range stuff.
So, I mean, is that like a decision you're going to have to make as a player from the beginning, or can you jump from class to class, or?
You can pick your first class at any time you want by simply opening the PDA and activating the class choice mission, which will open up a dialog box. It'll give you a readout of each class, what they do, what they're good at, and you can pick which one you want based on your own playstyle. Because, I mean, someone who uses shotguns isn't going to pick agent that uses pistols because they don't like pistols.
Right. So, so if I'm an agent, I now don't have the option to use shotguns? Or do I get some kind of a buff from using my class weapons?
You get a buff.
Okay.
No nerfs yet.
Okay, so you're a specialist. So when you're using specific weapons, you either do more damage or whatever the case.
Oh no, because you're not a specialist. A specialist is also a class.
Sorry. You know what I mean. When you're proficient in your class, whatever weapons or armor or job, whatever, however far this is going to progress, you have a certain buff attribute based on those items that you use. That's awesome. That's really cool. So, I mean, if a sniper picks up a pulse laser rifle or whatever, he's not going to be as proficient in that as he would be with the sniper. That's cool. I like that. That's really cool. Just let the sniper be proficient at pistols too. They need a sidearm,
That's an agent skill. Once you've reached maximum class level, because there's 5 levels which are unlocked with different missions, you can then pick a second class. So you can be a marksman and an agent. But who's going to pick that?
I would. No, Jay Randall will. Jay Randall will definitely be the sniper. I can see that.
I would probably pick agent first, simply because it's got a lot of guns to pick from.
Yeah.
A lot of
Well,
pistols.
and honestly, like
I think
from
the biggest buff.
yeah, from a player standpoint, like anytime I've played the game, like it's usually whatever weapons I find. But I find mid to end game, I've got like 8 weapons in my bar, and it honestly just gets confusing. It's like I don't know what to use, and I'm just cycling through them because whatever ammo I find is what I'm going to utilize when I'm in a POI. And it would be nice to be like, you know what, just use these weapons that you're proficient in, and it kind of cleans up a lot of that. And then you just get really good at those weapons because you're going to use different tactics based on what weapons you have. So you got to go a certain speed, you got to get certain distance to and from your targets and stuff. So I think that's really cool. I think that'll make people shoot for accuracy and proficiency in that specific type of class. That's cool.
And then there's the engineer class for people who don't shoot stuff, which gives you faster mining,
Awesome.
that you cut down trees quicker,
Oh.
and your CV can jump further.
Yeah? Oh, wow. Oh, man. Super scared. I can see it now. Marksman is the way to go. Yeah, script. Empyrion is getting a class system in a future update. We are talking specifically about Reforged Galaxy Orbital. So we're not discussing vanilla right now. We're discussing Reforged and the future potential content within it here. So with 1.5, we're talking about 1.6 now. Let's go back a little bit to 1.5. 1.5 we have CV attacks, base CV base attacks, orbital. We have space station attacks. If you have a space station in space, you're subject to a base attack now as well. What are we looking at? If I throw a whetstone hone, my little thing, in an area where there's a dreadnought, is that dreadnought coming for me, or is it a specific type of ship, like a patrol vessel, or sorry, like a corvette or something?
No ships yet. That's not possible.
Oh, okay.
It'll be drone attacks.
Oh, okay. Got you. So it'll be like the aerial acrobatic assaults that I saw in my last playthrough, which were epic, dude. By the way, like that. I don't know if you watched that, but Jay wasn't on, but me and Donk were on, and we were in his flimsy little starter thing where the solar panels were the roof. He's like, yeah, no, it saves resources. It's all made out of twigs. It's really great. You're gonna love it. And we spawned it in. We're all happy about it. And then we get a base defense attack. And these like, I don't know, dude. Like Maverick and Iceman, and they're just like zooming in and out, doing all kinds of crazy shit, like the Blue Angels. And me and Donk are freaking out, throwing concrete everywhere. It was insane, dude. That was a good time. That blew my hair back. I don't even have hair, so that was really cool.
Was that just a regular base attack?
No, it was the swoopy one that you did the video of.
Yeah, that's just a regular base attack.
Well, whatever. It was freaking awesome, man. It looked way cooler than that of old, right? Is all I'm saying. Like it was awesome.
Yeah, but a lot of people complained about it because they couldn't hit the rocket drones that were now ridiculously fast and very angry.
It was still pretty cool. I liked it. I thought it was cool.
I reverted them in 1.5 because of all the complaints of people that couldn't shoot down the drones.
Ah, come on, guys.
But there are bombers still that still do that. There are 2 types of bombers. So you've got the light bombers, which have got like no hit points and they're fast and they drop their bombs, and then you got the heavy bombers, which have got lots of hit points and also drop bombs.
The bomb thing is really cool too, man. And the torpedo. I haven't really used torpedoes too much. I think I tried once, but I haven't really used the torpedoes. It's a cool idea. It's just we've never, my little ragtag team isn't that coordinated. But we definitely did some serious bombing runs, and that was a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun. Now, is that I'd be interested. I talked to Talon here on stream and get his side of the thing. So, a lot of these things that you guys are doing with Reforged Eden as a whole, I mean, are you guys being engaged by development for some of these ideas, some of this content to be utilized in vanilla officially, or is there just no dialogue happening?
They do occasionally approach us,
Mm,
and then they do it all wrong.
right. I hear you. I mean, that's, and this is what. I mean, I don't know. I get it. I understand. Well, I don't understand, but I know what's going on. But I'm just saying, like, it would be nice if the right hands were put on some of these things to administer it correctly and get the ball rolling, man. Because honestly, like, a lot of these things are, we all have dreams and stuff of what we could do in this game and everything, but this is like tangible evidence and basically blueprints of how to implement this stuff in game. And beyond balance and all these things, it's like, just get some of this stuff in the game right now and then figure it out as you go. It's not going to hurt anything. It's not going to do anything but good, if you add some of these things, if you make the weapons more interesting. And
No, that is precisely what they keep doing wrong. They keep putting stuff in this. We're going to fix it later. We're going to balance it later, and it's 3 years later, and they haven't fixed it. Like CPU.
right.
It just keeps getting worse.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they're not really putting anything in. And, they're obviously not talking to you that much. So I mean, if nothing's getting implemented, when is that going to happen? Are you telling me that they're sitting here and they're brainstorming and trying to figure out the right way to do it and they're putting it in? They're not. I don't really see too many. I mean, I think they put the flamethrower in, right? And it was already in. It's just they didn't have it, whatever in the default game. But what other things are they really doing? They're not. I don't think they've really put too much of your guys' content in the game, other than assets, right?
Well, I added the flame. I saw the flamethrower in the files, but it was just a dummy gun that they'd stuck in with no model, no nothing. So I thought, hey, I'll add the flamethrower, and like, hey, that looks great. Give us the config, and now they've got my flamethrower with its own model. But of course, they did it wrong because you can't craft it or the ammo.
Right. Hey, Ravian, what's up, man? We got Ravian as well in chat. He says, compare Brotherhood of Far in vanilla to it in Project Eden 1.5. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, this is... I don't get it, man, because... so talking to Talon and stuff, I guess they're being managed now to where, they're getting a little more organized and whatever it is. Do you... maybe being a little bit more inside than the normal person, do you have any idea what their interest is? Like, what's their vision for Empyrion? Like future wise, like, I mean, do you have any idea, or are you just as lost as we are?
I have no idea. I haven't had any contact or seen any posts or messages or anything from the guys that are supposedly in charge. The best I know is a name, and I'm not even sure if it's one of them.
Wow. So I mean, this goes back to what I was saying. I mean, you and Ravian just have an innate passion to continue this game. And listen, like, it's vanilla is still a really, really good game in comparison to a lot of other games out there. And I think that's probably why we all have the passion, is because we see the potential of what this game is and what it's capable of being at its best. And it's so I'm not gonna sit here and just down talk vanilla, but oh my god, like, I really hope that they do something, even if they did, I don't know, I mean, just anything. I want to see things happen, but I wanted to have forethought and I want there to be some interesting things. But obviously, I think it's different for me than you, because what they do greatly affects what you do. I mean, is that true? Like, if they implement some new thing, you now have to go in there and make sure it doesn't break what you're doing, and or you have to alter it in a way that works with your vision for your scenario.
Yeah, basically, it's especially bad with blocks, because blocks go into blueprints, and if they're not in a blueprint that's for a forge, then it ends up breaking, which means if they add a block, I have to add the block even if it doesn't belong.
Gotcha.
If they added, let's say, tier 2 turrets, but they gave them a different name, that means there's going to be a whole entire set of new turrets, and that means there's going to be a tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. But that means I have to move the current tier 2s to tier 3, and that's going to upset a lot of blueprints.
Right.
And of course that means there's more turrets.
Right. Wow. So, yeah, I don't know. We could go back and forth about development all day, but at the end of the day, it's all speculation, right? Like, it's all just like I don't know. I don't know what their intent is. I don't know if they gave up and now they're like coming back. I don't know if this is just a long, slow burn. I don't know if they're in talks to sell the game to somebody else. You know what I mean? I have no idea. I speculate, and I hope that it's something. I hope there's some change or some effect. I hope that it's not just, there's nobody behind the wheel, but it's on cruise control kind of thing. And I mean, if that's the case, then we have Reforged Eden. We have something that. You guys have squeezed, what is it? What's the phrase? Squeezed blood from stone? I mean, you guys don't have everything you need to make what you really want to make. You don't have the access to the coding, and on a level that you can actually manipulate things. I think the hydroponic pods and some of that stuff are things that you guys were able to do, but other than that, you know what I mean? Like, you have to just play with what's in the files, and just from that, I mean, I'm just I'm blown away. I don't understand why you guys aren't in development, but I mean, I don't know. It's frustrating. It's frustrating, looking at it, but I we've been playing this game for years and years now, right? So
Yeah.
sorry, my daughter. I'm being very long-winded, and I recognize that. So feel free to interrupt me and say what you want to say, because I'll sit here and yeah. If we worked for them, we'd have to do what they say. And I get that. And from what Ravian said earlier, he's making the scenario he wants to make. I'm not necessarily. I guess that wouldn't be my first wish. Well, maybe it would. It would be my first wish for you guys to be in the development if you guys were decision makers. If you weren't decision makers, then yeah, it would suck. So I get that. I guess my other wish would just be that you guys had all the tools you needed to make a true full conversion mod of the game. Because I think that would probably be the best scenario for you guys, right? To be able to make a true full conversion mod, like a Project Reality for Battlefield 2 or Insurgency for Half-Life 2, that kind of thing.
I don't have the knowledge or skills to do such a thing, even if I had the tools.
No, I don't believe that. I mean, so okay, well, let me ask you this: before this, what was your experience with config manipulation?
Basically nothing. Some Minecraft stuff years ago.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that's it, right? I mean, you've somehow taken all these configs, cause and effect, sat there and played with the numbers and changed the lines and did things and broke things and fixed things and gotten to a point to where you're solely, dependent. Yeah, well, it's not solely, but you're solely responsible for what everybody does in this game. You know what I mean? If you don't release 1.5, we don't have a season 3. And that's just my community. That's just the Anvil, right? As a whole, everybody that's playing, no pressure or anything, but anybody that's playing this game and is still passionate about Empyrion is, for me, half likely to be playing the Reforged Eden mod, right? So I think that your talents would definitely progress beyond that if you were given more access to the files you would need to actually do some stuff. And then maybe if graphically you needed somebody to actually like do the skinning, and I think there's lots of people that are capable of doing that in the overall Empyrion community as well, right? Dude, it would be nuts, man, if we could make our own aliens and make all that stuff over any way we want. Actually have like a Scar faction that actually looked like Reavers or something. I don't know, just things like that. It would be really cool.
The amount of things people would be buying off the Unity store to stick in the game would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Of course, the stuff on the Unity store all looks better than the stuff we've got in game.
Yeah. I mean, just textures, hell, man. Like, we've got 3 pages of textures from DeviantArt. It'd be nice if we had some other stuff. That would be, oh my god, that would be insane if we could do that. I'm ignoring chat again. If we worked for them, I'll say they'll sell it to Epic, need to spend V-Bucks to open Ultra. It's a lot of time and work and testing and retesting. Yeah, no, exactly. I guess in the chat, guys, if you guys have any questions specifically for Vermillion, definitely put them in the chat as we're going here. So you tell me like an average day for you in Empyrion. Like what are you doing day to day?
Oh, it depends on what I feel like. Like yesterday, I was building a POI. The whole day.
So
using the Xenu set that I'd finished and not yet released.
So you're building POIs, and this is for specifically for the scenario.
No, it's for vanilla as well.
Oh, it's for vanilla as well. Okay. So, I mean, is it for specific factions? Do you cover all the factions? Are you...
These are replacements of the space PO. I mean, you've seen the space POs. They're horrible. They're 5 years old. They've got no textures. They're like 2 rooms and a whole lot of truss blocks.
Right.
With the core on the outside.
Right. What was the one I visited one in the Let's Play, and it was really bad. It was like there was nothing there. So POI one day.
I don't really have a way to show you the POIs so that you can display them.
No, we could. So if you stream on Discord, I could put it on the stream. You want to do that?
Oh yeah, I can do that.
All right, hold on.
Oh, something's happening.
Welcome to XBC.
Hey, Semp with a 27-month resub. Thank you, sir. Hope you're doing good today. Glass blocks are upgraded vanilla windows, hinge blocks, crouching. Dude, those heavy windows drive me freaking nuts. What I swear, man. Like, how do you feel about glass blocks? I feel like that's so high on my list is glass blocks.
Is it streaming?
Let me look. Yeah.
Is that yes?
Yes. Yeah, I got it.
So you can see what I'm looking at?
Yeah, let me make it bigger. Hold on. Professional streamer. There you go.
So you can see it?
Yes.
Wait, was I streaming for?
What's that?
What was I streaming for? That's right, the POIs.
POI.
This is You can see this one, right?
Yeah, space station here. You got
It's a trade station for the 0x.
Wow.
Because,
Yeah,
I mean,
nice use of the little hinge and piston looking thing there. That looks really cool. What's that block that you're using with that deco hydraulic block there on the side? Oh, that's the... No, what is that? That looks cool, man. The way you use those thin angled blocks to look... I actually thought it was the deco air brake thing, but it's not. It looks cooler.
Well, these are part of the set that anyone can get. Here it is.
Yeah, so that's what I was talking about. That's on the workshop right now, right? And that on...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the workshop right now.
See, these are what you're looking at.
Yeah. So you guys could just grab any of this and copy and paste it over to another block if you're building something. Get real dual universe like.
And here's the new set.
Oh wow. Yeah, it looks cool.
And of course, they've got full interiors that are empty, so you can fill them up.
Man, what kind of gaming chair do you have? Do you have like a good chair? You gotta have like a really good chair or something, dude. Like
I got a piece of crap I got from
somebody get this man a chair.
Where stationery, it was like, I don't know, $100. It's falling apart. Oh, the piece just fell off then. It's got no arms because I snapped them both off when I got up.
Oh my god. I can't imagine, dude. I'm looking at this and like that's a lot of work, dude. Like just what's in that set is more than some people have in their whole workshop. That's crazy.
Well, you can take these pieces and you can stick them together and make a POI like this one. Which of course still requires you to detail the inside. And it's all very nice.
Well, if anything, it's a really good way to learn how to build. You know, you just look through all these things and you get some really good ideas, angles and shaping and nice. Meanwhile,
So yes, trade station.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool. That looks really good.
Gotta have all the personal equipment in these stations.
Yeah. No shower curtains. I like it.
Oh, is that what you want?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some around here somewhere.
No, I doubt it. I don't think you'd do that, right?
No, damn.
Ha ha! There you go.
You win this round.
There you go. Oh man, no.
Here is the new version of the orbital spire.
Oh, that's cool. All the blinky things. Yeah, it looks really good.
It is, however, being called orbital command now.
Lots of detail, lots of lighting. These are great.
Stupid door wouldn't open.
Oh, I like that. I like that P-way there. That like hexagon entrance you had over there on the side. That looked really cool.
This.
No, to your left. That looks cool too. But no, yeah, that looks cool. I like that angle.
Got your Amazon ammunition magazine. It's goes to the guns.
Yeah. See, you're so texture heavy, man. Like, I don't know where you find the time, man. I don't understand.
Well, the good thing is I only need to do it on the original pieces, and then I just stick them all together, and you don't need to do anywhere near as much work.
Yeah, but what's your beverage of choice when you're doing these things? That's the important question.
Water.
Okay, well, fine. What's your secondary beverage of choice? You know what I'm asking, sir. Is it tea or is it coffee?
I don't drink either of those.
Damn it!
Pepsi.
Chaotic neutral. What? You don't consume caffeine?
No.
Oh, well,
bad
maybe
for you.
that's the answer. Shit, maybe that's it. Vodka. Nice ST reference. No room full of motorbikes. No, I don't think he has time for triggers. Sorry. Cocaine? No, I don't think so. I mean,
Only on the weekend.
yeah. It's astounding, dude. I mean, like, you know, the level of design capabilities that you got going on here, like, outside of also doing, you know, what you're, I guess, known for, right? At this point is being the one to you know, give us all the content in the scenario, but, you know, as a builder, you know, you've done some amazing stuff.
Well, I'm the one responsible for everyone's deaths at the hands of the Tavera.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all the other Zero ships.
Indeed. So that's a good question, because actually I think we conflict a little bit in the Dreadnought, the whole Dreadnought thing. What's the reasoning behind that? Behind creating, like, you know, something like the Dreadnought, or, you know, what's the purpose?
Players need something to kick their ass.
Right.
I mean, I do that every chance I get, but they need something in space that would kick their ass.
Right.
And of course, if you don't give them something that's going to be a threat to them, then there's not really much to do.
Yeah.
Whether competition breeds, I don't know.
Creativity, right? No,
Yeah,
it's true,
totally.
because we've had different, you know, I mean, there's been people that have done the fast and quick approach to full of turrets. There's people that have done the heavy tanky approach. And I get it. I understand that, you know, maybe if you were given, you know, more options, it wouldn't necessarily be a ship that has hundreds of turrets. It would just be a ship that had maybe way better capabilities, or, you know, just more complexity, right? But with what we're given, you know, that's what we can do with the game, is just make something really OP that we have to really work hard to build towards. And honestly, it spawned so many amazing builds. I mean, you know, you got like Script, who's building a ship every other day, Heckin' Diver, Filbert. I mean, just the list goes on and on. People that are building these huge, you know, amazing ships that can, you know, go against this stuff is, you know, in itself, I mean, it's obviously done a really good job at sparking creativity. So I definitely applaud that. I just wish that we had, you know, I just wish there was more options complexity wise, you know, to be able to do that. And I guess I wish there was more. Well, the reward is the salvage. I get that. The salvage thing is my problem with the game in present. And, you know, you've done some great things with you know, doubling the speed of, or what'd you do? You explain it to me. I didn't understand it. The cone thing, like you made the cone better or something.
In vanilla, the tool turret only takes out one block at a time. I turned it into basically a shotgun.
Yeah.
So it fires multiple bullets per shot, which hit a cone.
Right. Okay, so I understand that, yeah. And then, you know, just being able to put multi-fix drills on a freaking SV, I mean, that's amazing in itself, because it just, even if it's, you know, I'm not sure which is more efficient. I think maybe it's more efficient, but at the end of the day, it just breaks the monotony. Like, sitting there inside of a multi-turret on a CV is a very lonely place after a while. It's extremely lonely. So if you actually have to fly something, you at least have to move sometimes, and I feel like that at least makes it maybe a little better. You know, there's crazy people like Fred that just love to do it, but I don't understand, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. My issue is the salvaging. I wish salvaging was as meaningful as mining. That would be my probably my biggest wish currently with gameplay, for sure.
Well, there are multi-tools for SVs.
Yeah, no, definitely. So I mean, that's a big thing. I mean, I've already converted the auger to have the multi-turret and or the multi-fixed drills, and it's freaking awesome. What about CV fixed drills? CV fixed multi-turret drills, multi-turret laser thingies.
Maybe.
That would be cool. Just because, okay, so I get not wanting to do mining with CVs on planet. I get the OP aspect of that, right? I kind of get it. Now I don't even really get it. But the salvaging isn't necessarily a it's not like an advantage in the game. It's just kind of a time crunch thing, right? Like it's just a, if you can afford to get these amazing fixed multi-turret things on a CV, it's like, yeah, you've advanced and you've been able to do this now. Here's your reward. It's a whole hell of a lot quicker to salvage it. But I mean, that would result in like a Fred like taking over the entire galaxy, and I'm still for it. I think it's a great idea, but that's just me. I think it works. And a lot of the things you've done, like I didn't realize that the long range radar is actually the standard radar in vanilla, which I love that it's broken up in Reforged and given a path. I think the more paths you give people, the more content, the more interest there is. Because right now the tech tree and the leveling and none of that shit makes any sense, right? Like there's no cohesion and there's really no I don't even understand it. I can't even begin to explain to somebody what that's cool. That effect you did there with the oh, that's really cool. With the welding kind of thing. That's badass. Yeah, that's cool, but
This is the shipyard.
yeah, no, that looks awesome. So, what's your because I talk about levels 1 through 10 all the time, right? Like what's your if you could do whatever you wanted, gameplay, manipulation wise, like what would your level 1 to 10 look like in comparison to vanilla's normal?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, well, like what would like, I mean, do you agree that there's a big problem with levels 1 through 10? Haha.
Damn it. Was hoping for curtains there.
Yeah, no, it's not logical.
What do you mean levels 1 through 10? You mean like the early game?
So somebody comes into the game for the very first time, and they find a Triceratops, and they have this suit constructor that maybe they find. I don't know if they even find it, but maybe they find it. And then they have, and then they have this portable constructor that has no logistics to it. And then, they have to make maybe they have to make an SV, but to make an SV, they got to make a base. To make a base, they got to make an HV. And then they, I don't know, whatever it is, right? But you got to do all these weird things that don't really make a whole lot of sense. And then you make a base, and then you get attacked by drones, not knowing that you have to make a real base. There's I'm sure there's mission stuff that kind of tells you and explains some of that, but I feel like there needs to be actual process in gameplay built into it to where it's like, hey, this is the path, or these are the paths that you can go down to
This is the way.
progress a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, I just think it's messy. The tech tree, the leveling, the CPU, the building, you don't even know you have to build until probably level 10. You don't even understand that building's a thing until level 10. Maybe the base, you get that a little bit before, but you spawn something in, and maybe you accidentally hit it with your survival tool and go, oh shit, did I damage this? What happened? Oh god, I removed a block. Wait, there's a block in my inventory. Wait, I could place a block. You know what I mean? Like, how many people are accidentally discovering you could build in this game? Like, I don't feel like the game pushes you towards that at all.
Well, the problem is that the tutorial isn't mandatory for first-time players.
Yeah,
Or
well,
even-
the tutorial is
The tutorial sucks.
yeah. The best games that I've found force a tutorial, but they do it in a really cool way where it doesn't feel like a tutorial. Like, I don't know, like maybe a Subnautica. You know, Subnautica, you fall into the water and the shit's on fire. All of a sudden, you've learned how to use a fire extinguisher. You've learned how to use your HUD. You've learned how to do some of these basic things in the game. Like, there was an event that caused you to have to do that. I don't necessarily want a hand-holding one like some games where it's like, oh, press this to do this, and now you've completed blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not, but even that would be better than what we have. But, yeah, no, people just don't understand what this game is about until they accidentally figure it out, maybe, if they didn't get frustrated and return the game. So I don't know is your answer, your final answer. I don't know either. So
It's fine as it is for now.
Yeah, I don't agree, dude. I think we're losing so many potential players, man.
Oh yeah, but that's because of the tutorial. Because I mean, you don't want to start the game with how we've got it right now, which is crap.
Yeah.
It's reliant on missions that aren't good to teach players about the game.
Yeah. Highlander says, best Empyrion ever was early game, was starting on a planet with no air, with a pistol, some rounds, a basic drill, and some meds. You had to rush to get air sorted out as first priority. Felt like survival back then. Yeah, and that's it. I mean, that's where you... Yeah, I mean, you get into that mindset for sure. You're not just aimlessly walking around on a temperate planet. I agree. I mean, my first interaction with Space Engineers was... I don't know. I think it was because I chose this specific starter vehicle or whatever, but it required me to fix the oxygen thing on it, and I had to go find oxygen. I had to like move some parts around to make the conveyor system work, to get it to work to survive, or else I had died. I thought that was a great way to tackle how to move blocks, what these things mean. I learned so much in that first hour of gameplay. So, yeah, no, I guess, you know, so for me, it's like I really appreciated that motorbike that you put in there because, you know, it's a way to get people to understand, you know, that there's building in this game. As far as building games, where does Empyrion rank for you?
Well, it's probably one of the better ones, because you end up with too many problems when you start working in smaller blocks. Like, what is it, What is it?
What's what?
It's, DU.
Dual Universe?
Yeah, that one.
Ugh.
You end up, when you're working on two smaller blocks, and, well, it's too complicated, you end up running out of imaginations. When you got big blocks, it's like, yes, I have achieved a great deal of work by placing one block.
I hate the way they build it.
Can you imagine building a CV if it was made of SV blocks? How long that would take?
Oh my god, but wouldn't it be amazing? If you could put small blocks on big blocks, the detail of interiors would be insane. It would also be a lag fest, but
I can do that. I know how.
yeah? Oh, that would be amazing.
But it wouldn't be compatible with the current blueprints. You wouldn't be able to save it. It would just come out as a full-sized CV with full-sized CV blocks.
Right.
Because it's not rigged to spawn ships that are large and small at the same time.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that there's any... I don't think there's a game that necessarily comes close to building in this game. And I think... And I honestly, it's a combination of ease of use and, you know, how many things there are, how many options you have, how many angles you have, how many shapes there are. We're missing a lot of shapes, but at the same time, we've got a lot of shapes.
Yeah. Oh, you can always need more shapes.
Yeah, no, of course. There's lots of
need those ultra long ramps.
Yeah. So that's another thing. Like I wish those would be put in vanilla, right? Because that's the other frustration is, you know, people building for vanilla, building for Reforged, wanting to build for both. It's getting, you know, you kind of can't with some of that. You look at what was it, Jay Randall's interstellar effector thing, the murder dart. He you can't release that for vanilla, right? Because it's just they don't have those ramps, and the ramps were a big part of that build.
These ramps.
Yeah, the 1x2s. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that Highlander for sure, man. I still have a picture of my first HV somewhere, Alpha 1. It was really bad. Yeah, so yeah, that's like a cool effect there, definitely. Garriman wants to see your first CV.
My first CV. Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, we all gotta show our first CV.
I can't remember what it was called. There it is, the Dominion. Alpha 7.
What? That looks awesome, man. Looks like a tank.
It's horrible. Look at it. No guns.
Yeah, but
Wasted
that's all you need in
space.
vanilla. It's
Wasted
like all you need.
space.
That's not your first,
No
though,
color.
right? That's not your first.
Yeah, it is.
This
yeah.
is your first CV?
Yeah.
You suck, dude. This thing's awesome. What the fuck? You're one of those. Alright. This is a complete good-looking CV. No.
Look at these. Too many lights. It's bad. No.
Oh, there's too many lights. Boo. It's
Of course,
horrible.
they're not set to the correct brightness. Look at this. Dark.
Dude, you've got rooms and POIs. You got way more than I had. Oh my god, yeah. This is far better than some of my first workshop CVs.
I don't remember actually building this. I mean, I remember some. What is this? Yeah. I mean, this is definitely mine. You got the hanger with the room looking down, just like the Titan. Unsafe warp drive.
Oh wow, brutal. I think my warp drive was directly above my cockpit in my first CV. It was just right on, like 1 block away on the ceiling. No problem. It'll be fine.
I'm sure. So this must be like before lights got saved in some way, because these are all weak, and I know that these lights down here were blue, and some were red.
Can he sew anything with the ability to save in a seat cryo chamber so that teams can stay together even if a member is offline? That's a top 5 wish for me. Absolutely.
What was that?
The ability for players to log off in a cryo chamber, and when they come back in the game, even though the CV's moved, they'll end up in a cryo chamber.
Well, you'll have to wait for Alien to do that one, because I can't do it.
Yeah, oh my god, that would change everything to me. That would change gameplay so much. There would, oh my god, just if anything, I wouldn't have to go get Donk and Obsidian and Jay Randall and whoever else wasn't there that day. Oh my god, it would just make co-op play so much more interesting because you could just be on one ship. It's like, I got my CV, yeah, but I got one too, and let's all pilot our CVs together. It's annoying.
Here's my very first ship.
There we go. Oh, how embarrassing. Come on, man. It looks great. What are you talking about?
It's horrible.
Yeah, no, it's horrible.
Let's go do it, but you can't fit into it. Last time
Oh,
you-
gosh. How embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh man! So before this, what game did you build in? Minecraft?
Space Engineers.
Oh well, there you go. So that's where you get it from. Space Engineers is a lot harder to build in, and you actually have to build. Like you gotta like weld and shit. I mean, I guess in creative you can just place them, right? Yeah. Wait, where was that? Look at this thing. Where was that? What month was that we did the mechs? Holy shit.
This is the third one I built.
Freaking mech hype, man. Hell yeah, that's badass.
I don't think it works.
You remember that trailer for Skywonders, like before it was Starship Evo, and like the guy had like the mech and it was all moving and shit? I was so excited about that game when they had that.
A whopping 56 meters a second. Oh, there we go.
Alright, Sam.
160.
Damn. That is a good speed, yeah.
Here's one for 1.6.
Ooh. What faction is this?
Alien.
Nice, man. That looks good, dude. Lots of detail with the stone and stuff. Yeah, that's cool.
I'm wondering if anyone will be able to place it.
Oh shit! Look at that. That's cool.
Welcome to Dome.
Damn, nah, that looks awesome. The lighting. It's giving me like Quake vibes too, like the first Quake.
Quad damage.
Dude, that's awesome. The catacombs. Looks like a map from Unreal Tournament, yeah. Oh, that's badass, dude. It's like a puzzle POI kind of deal.
It's going to be filled with lots and lots of death.
Nice. Oh, so you're the one that got Harrison Ford injured. I see. That's badass with the LEDs. Jeez. All right, I'm not doing enough. I am not doing. I'm sitting here building the same CV for like a month. Like we're gonna get it done, guys. Jeez. If I built a POI, I think it would be like an 8x8. You'd go into it and be like, "Yep, some bad guys in here. Clear it. It's yours now." Minimalist POI. Did you even make a structure for Anvil? I think we did, yeah. Right? What? Yeah, I did something. I don't remember what I did. I did something though. Right? No? No, I don't think I did. No. But did I? I feel like I did. I'm just, yeah, I don't know. Even bases, I have a problem making bases, let alone a POI. Like, that looks cool. I like that effect, that kind of cylindrical.
This is for the UCH.
Yeah, that's
This is the start of their set. Got the NASA look.
yeah, that looks really good. Very yeah, definitely NASA industrial kind of look. Yeah, no, definitely. Anvil City's gonna be fully implemented, guys. We're gonna make it a little more efficient. We're gonna have I think we're doing like a Anvil hub thing. Like, yeah, it definitely. And we are gonna have a stream where we talk about all the stuff in season 3 as well. So that's coming as well, guys. We're gonna get together. We're gonna have the whole admin team in here, and we're gonna have a lot of dialogue about season 3. Do you ever play the game, Vermillion?
Yes.
Well, like single player or?
Usually, I mean, at 1.2, I played on Spanger's server.
Oh, okay, cool. So you've done some multiplayer stuff. You gonna get in season 3? Season 3, man, big hype. Let's go.
Maybe.
There you go. Let's do it. Hey, heckin', good morning. Yeah, good morning. Well, it's good morning for Vermillion. So. No, there's no date yet. No date yet. Not yet. Oh, well, I guess this would be the place to ask. What's the date, Vermillion? I gotta ask it, right?
The date for what?
Reforged Eden.
A week, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, well, a week maybe. So, all right. Server's up in a week and 1 day, guys. No, I'm kidding. No, don't kill me. I'm kidding. No, when they get the actual update, it's gonna be at least a week for the server to be ready, for sure. So, couple weeks for sure.
This is what I was saying about getting large and small blocks to work together on the single grid.
Oh wow.
Except I think I used the wrong scale for this, so this thing is like twice the size of a CV block.
Yeah, that's huge.
This is what? 200 millimeter? No, more than that. 400 millimeter cannon?
Right? Jesus. Admin team needs to loot all the quantums for themselves before letting anyone else. Right? Nah. I'm excited, dude. I'm excited for season 3. I'm having a lot of fun. Damn. Ultra drive thrusters. Damn. Yeah. That would be sick. Just have one of those on the back.
I think the scale for this one is 1 meter. Smaller than SV, bigger than...
Yeah.
Bigger than SV, smaller than a CV.
What does Vermillion have left before releasing 1.5? Does he have... No! That's so... Doesn't that just look so out of place? Like it just doesn't belong there? It looks like it's from another game. It just looks ridiculous. It doesn't belong in this game. In any way. It's horrible. It's not even a good pattern. Like, you know, the curtains are bad enough, but it's just like the most god-awful green with white polka dot. What's going on here?
And if you look at that, that is the Dreadnought for the Legacy.
What, that planet over there?
Is Decimator.
Oh. What the? Oh, it's like a little teaser there?
Work in progress.
Damn.
You're gonna die.
You know, people are taking screenshots and like maximizing view. And how many turrets does this thing have? Where's the weakness?
None, it's empty. My lights are on and you cannot see anything inside this thing. It is complete black.
Death Star. Damn.
Maybe. Let's see if I can fly a ship inside. I can't see the holes.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, I managed to fit in there.
The whole thing is one LCD. Garrettman's asking what size class.
$22. And it's 436 meters across.
Jeez.
Someone's going to realize that there's something very wrong with that measurement.
Dang, that's crazy, man.
That's no moon.
Right?
I'll probably never finish it.
Oh, are you serious?
What?
Guys, give me 1 sec, sorry. Hold on, I'm having power issues here. Some promethium? Yeah, I don't know. I'm having like some brownout or something because I'm on my battery right now. All right. Does anybody have any questions for Vermillion? Ask them now, just in case this thing doesn't come back on. Oh boy. Is there anything you wanted to say, Vermillion? Did you have anything to put out? Any announcements? Anything?
I don't think so.
Is there anywhere to support you? Is there anywhere that people can support you or
There's a donation page somewhere.
somewhere?
I think it's on the Reforged Galaxy and Reforged Eden pages on the forums.
So what you could do is you do have the content creator role in the Anvil. You're more than welcome in the support info channel to post something with that link so that people can support you. Because yeah, dude, definitely. I think people will be more than happy to support you for all the hard work that you and that's extended to Ravian as well. So, because yeah, I mean, thanks to you guys, we all have, you know, a lot more gameplay to have in our playthroughs for sure. Honestly, I think I'd be building way more than I'm like playing the game if it was just vanilla. I'm not sure how much I'd be playing survival. Yeah, for sure, boss man. For sure. Oh man, and that's it. I mean, it's a passion. It's not, you know, he's doing this free of charge, man. He's not doing this, you know, as an employee or anything. So, hats off to you, man. Much appreciated from me personally, definitely from the community, obviously.
Thanks.
Freaking power. It's always freaking power, man. I third world island, other one.
Oh, you live there.
Yeah, I know. I don't have a choice. So. I mean, I have solar backup, but I'd have to kill the whole stream and everything. It is what it is, man. So that's a maybe for season 3. That sounds fun.
Maybe.
I want to see you take on a dreadnought. Let's go.
I don't have any ships. All my stuff is old. I've been
There we
building
go.
POIs for the last 2-3
I'm
years.
sure there's somebody that could lend you a ship. I'm sure there's somebody anywhere.
I mean, on Spanish server, I ended up rolling out my own dreadnought.
Oh,
The-
okay, you got your own.
A Tavera. I built one and then
Okay, Annie
sent
has
it
a
out to.
question. Hold on. So here I go for the third time. Will the orbital attacks happen in any system in any sector?
Sadly, yes, because the game is dumb.
Annie, I can't read and figure out my power and talk to Vermillion and look at his awesome stuff. I need Donk, man. I don't know where Donk is. I think Donk's at work or something. So I'm very.
However, unlike regular base attacks, it will take longer after each successful defense. So the first one is 1 hour apart, then it's an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes, and it goes up by 10 minutes each when you defend. So eventually you don't need to defend. It's like
Yeah.
6 hours.
Okay.
And eventually they will get stronger, but not now. Just want to make sure it's all working with no bugs first. And of course, reputation will of course stop the base attacks. If you are friendly with the Xerix, they won't attack.
He's asking how intense can a base attack get with an overwhelming attack that could actually destroy me if I'm not prepared?
Well, it's only a few drones, like 3 to 5 space drones. Any base with a shield and a couple of turrets will probably survive.
Okay.
Maybe.
And will they stop if you take out a drone base?
There are no drone bases in space. Therein lies the
Aha.
problem.
Aha! They just happen.
They warp in from outside the system.
Garman says amazing work Vermillion, both in what you put into the game and what you're still adding. Planet base it is. Yeah, I mean, honestly though, like how many bases are out there with turrets that just never get fired because it's now you can expend a little bit of ammo. I think that's cool. I actually want to see how a space station would hold up now.
And of course, the base attacks only occur while you're there at the space station using it. If you're just sitting there AFK, it's not going to trigger like it will with a regular base attack. It only happens while you're using the machines and
Oh, okay. So when the playfield's active.
no, while you're physically there at your base doing stuff. I mean, you could literally park your ship on the base and it won't get attacked. But as soon as you start accessing the constructors and the furnaces and the fridge, it's going to start.
Yeah.
It's going to classify the bases in use, and then.
Right. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, dude, so much detail, man. Like interior wise, it's nuts. So, what's the name of this set again?
This is the Xenu construction set, which I will hopefully be releasing sometime in the next couple of days. I still need to add the crane to it, because I built the crane for the shipyard, and that's a really useful crane, so now it's here, and soon it will be here.
Right. Dude, awesome. And then there's the other one that's already there, right? The first set that's already on the workshop.
Yes, set.
Check that out. Yep.
I haven't really used this to build anything except for the trade station.
But still, some really good shape. I love that set there with the hydraulic stuff. I think that looks really cool. All right. Battery. I got 1 minute. All right, guys. I want to apologize on behalf of my electric company. Vermillion, sir, thank you very much for getting up this morning and joining me in stream. We definitely gotta have more of these conversations for sure, especially after this issue abrupt ending. But yeah, dude, thank you so much for everything you do, your continued work, as well as Ravian. Appreciate you as well, sir. And I'm looking forward to some awesome fun times in season 3, 1.5.
Yeah, it's until you die.
Until I die, and I will run face first with a survival tool and do it again. No problem. I took on your